Dave Ramsey Show.
How you doing, Dave? Like your show.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of good work, help a lot of people.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be brief. I got an opportunity to make 6.25%. It's pretty safe. You're loaning money to somebody on a building. What do you think?
Well, I'm a real estate guy. I love real estate. And before I made 6.25% loaning money on a building, I would just buy a building and make a lot more than that.
Yeah, I hear you. I have a lot of buildings. You get to a certain point where it's like, let somebody else have all the aggravation.
Okay. Well, then if you're going to do a mortgage, a guy, wonderful guy, 25, 30 years ago, taught me that when you're doing mortgages, when you're the lender or you're buying notes, either one, which makes you the lender, always buy a happy loan, and or do a happy deal, which I've often heard also called win-win. But happy is you're happy if they pay and you're happy if they don't. Let me explain. You're happy if they pay because you're making a rate of return that you're comfortable with on terms that you're comfortable with. So if they do the deal exactly as drawn up, you're just thrilled. So you got your 6.25%, and you're going to make a mortgage over how many years?
We agreed on 5 years, 5-year terms, interest only. I called it, 6 months prior.
Okay, so you're doing a balloon with an interest-only loan. Mm-hmm. So you're willing to top your money for 5 years at 6.25%.
Well,
and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but so you're happy with the terms of that if they occur exactly as you've drawn them up, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the market days like today scares me. Yeah, I have money in the market, you know what I mean? So, we all know what happens. In the long haul, but, I can't get 6.25% anywhere right now.
Well, you can get 6.25% where you're to be willing to put up with the hassle of owning real estate, or if you were be willing to take the risk of riding in a good mutual fund, you'll get more than 6.25% over that 5 years, I think. And so I think you're taking a lower rate of return. But depending on your whole portfolio, if you got a bunch of other money and doing other stuff, this might be an okay thing to have just kind of a Goldilocks deal in there, something that's just right. It's kind of warm. It's not really hot. It's not really cold. So that's an okay thing. So bottom line, let me finish my happy thing. Happy if they pay. So if it goes 6.25%, 5 years, interest only, and they write you a check and pay you off, 6-month call, just like you said, no hassles, no problems, they pay. You're thrilled with that return. Boom, that's happy, okay? The second part of happy is you're happy if they don't pay, because they put so much down on this building that you're more than happy to foreclose if they don't pay.
Yeah, that's the case, but I know the guy, he's younger than me. He kind of reminds me of what I was 10 years ago, real hustler. So, yeah, I mean, I'd hate to do it, but if that happens, I mean, 650 building, $300,000 loan, I hate to take you off his hands.
Yeah, you're in there at 50 cents on the dollar if you have to foreclose. Yeah. So worst case, you don't want to do it. We're not setting up the deal to fail. But if it fails, you're not up a creek.
No.
You're happy to foreclose if you have to. Not
I need 100% return.
Exactly. Assuming the real estate doesn't just collapse. Because you have to make sure the taxes stay paid, and you have to make sure it stays insured as the lender.
Well, he doesn't have a loan. I mean, he wants to go buy something else.
No. You're the lender. You're the lender.
He doesn't currently have a loan on the property.
I know, but you're going to be the lender, and as the lender, you make sure your collateral is insured.
Of course.
Okay. And make sure the taxes are paid, just as if the bank would do the same thing. So if you're happy both ways, if it goes well, if it doesn't go well, if the numbers make you happy, not the situation, but the numbers, then you got a happy deal, then you're okay to go forward with this. I have not chosen to be a lender. I would rather be a landlord. The rates of return are better. But yes, there is more hassle. However, people don't pay their mortgages too, just like they don't pay their rent. So, commercial buildings and otherwise. So just, but if it fits with you and you're happy with the deal, that's the way I measure those kinds of things. The problem you get into is if you don't make enough rate of return, if he does pay, or if you get into a mess if he doesn't pay. Those are the problems you want to avoid, and you have. This deal sounds like it's solid. Corey is in Dallas, Texas. Hi, Corey.
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, me and my husband are just recently debt-free, and yay. And we had a push, and we're on baby step 3. And my husband doesn't make a lot of money. He has a base salary of about $40,000 a year. But with overtime, he's making about $55,000 a year. But it's not guaranteed overtime. And so looking at our base salary and going through in our heads the rest of the baby steps, the retirement and then the college and then paying off the house, it's like really tight for us to do all of those things on his base salary. And until he gets another job, which he's looking for, is there any steps that you recommend for those of us who don't, make a lot of money
So what is your household income again?
$40,000.
And how much is your house payment?
It's $1,100.
Okay. House payment's on the higher end of the spectrum. You know that.
Yes.
That's pretty tough.
I was looking when we bought the house.
I know, but just saying, the ratios aren't working well for you because your house payment is so large. And so until his income goes up, baby steps 4, 5, and 6 simultaneously aren't going to happen. And so you choose them in the order that they're there. Baby step 4 is retirement. We do 15% into retirement. You can do that. That's $500 a month. You can do that. All right. And now that you're doing that, then how much can we put together for college? And we do something towards college. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're doing something towards college. And for now, you may not be paying any extra on your mortgage at baby step 6. Baby step 6 is if there's extra, when there's extra, throw it at the house and pay off the house as quickly as possible. But for now, you may not be doing extra on the house until the income does go up in ratio to the house payment.
Okay.
So you're fine. I don't think you're out of whack.
Okay.
Other than that, and the good news is there's a light at the end of that tunnel because there's a part of your story that you're mentioning there that is things going, the income going up. And as your income goes up, then this thing starts to solve itself over time. Great question. Thank you for joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Our quote of the day from Dale Carnegie: instead of worrying about what people say of you, why not spend time trying to accomplish something they will admire? Hey, email me this right here real quick, and Blake's going to pop them up for me. The email address is daveonair@daveramsey.com. All the numbers are coming out, and here we go again. Unemployment is up, and the news media is going to spend this next week talking about how bad the economy is. And I got to tell you, it's tough for some people. I understand that. But I really want to explain to you folks, the 6 million of you listening, that it is not bad everywhere in every household. Some people have chosen to make this the best year of their lives by changing things. If you have started a new business or a new job where you're making more money than you've ever made in your life, email me right now and tell me about it so I can talk about it on the air. And I'm going to go through and just rapid fire read these emails. If you've started a new business, or you have Dave on Air at daveramsey.com, if you've started a new business, or you have, and you can put it on Twitter too, at Dave Ramsey if you want, or at Ramsey Show, hashtag it best year, Blake said. If you're going to put it on Twitter, hashtag it best year, and I'll tweet it at the break here too. But if you've had the best year of your life because you got a raise, you got a new job, or you started a business, give me a little short blurb about it so I can say what you do. I'm in IT. I started a business selling cookies. I started a lawn care business. I don't care what it is, just something short like that. Best year ever. Best year ever is the hashtag. Best year ever. Is that what we called it? Best year ever? Okay. You want to shorten it? Just call it best year? Best year. Best year is the hashtag. So we got room on Twitter. Best year. Best year. Dave on air at daveramsey.com. Email me too. I'm going to come back from the break with a bunch of these right now. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.